Welcome to Moto State Podcast, where we talk about motorcycles, life, and everything in between. Influencers and YouTubers posting their reaction videos.
Yeah.
It's like, how did you have a reaction video ready to go before the event even happened?
Right. Funny how that works, isn't it? Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
No, it was good.
No cheap bike.
No. Yeah, that was the first thing that that struck me is that they did not have a the Spirit. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Sprint. The Sprint.
Sprint. Yeah. The Sprint did not get revealed. So that must be their mid-year bike then.
Yeah, I still think there's going to be more mid-year bikes, but yeah, that's going to be one of them, obviously. So.
Our prediction for the mid-year bike was completely wrong though, because they put it out now.
What's that? The enthusiasts.
The enthusiast bikes, the limited enthusiast bikes that had the 250. Did you see it has 1776 in the logo?
Yeah.
Those fucking guys.
Yeah. We're not that smart. They're way smarter than us. Apparently people with marketing degrees are smarter than us. Weird. Who knew?
Well, I mean, wasn't that one of those things that we said though, that you know what I mean? That they should put that in there somehow, and sure as shit, it was already incorporated in there. And then they had, 250, and you were right about the graphic. There was a giant eagle graphic again, kind of a throwback. And then they have the one on the fairing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I paid homage to that one from 76, which makes sense because that was 200 years.
Yeah. I didn't realize they'd been doing Liberty bikes for 50 years though.
Yeah. I mean, well, and they said that was their first special edition motorcycle they ever put out was 50 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy. They did one in 76 and they did one, 86 on the FXR.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know that they've done one since that I can remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So what do you think? What's your hot take?
Hot take. Gosh, surprised we didn't see the Sprint. But I love the colors. I'm pleasantly surprised by the colors. I think there may be some extra road modes in some of those CVOs or limiteds, but I could be wrong on that. I'm not as familiar with the different
ride modes
in the newer bikes. But man, those colors on the CVOs, so 5 colors, I don't remember them ever doing 5 colors on a CVO.
Mm-hmm.
5 colors and they all look badass. And I think it was the which CVO was it? The CVO ST. The wheels and the bars were special on one of those black rims, black wheels, and some special bars. Maybe it was that gray.
It was on the trike.
It was on the trike. Man, that's right. It was on the trike. Ooh,
yeah.
Look
those
slick.
Wheels are badass. Yeah.
Take those off. Put those on one of the other CVOs. Shit. To me, the tricolor CVO with the orange black and the chrome with the I guess it was silver mixed into it. Take my money.
The one that had me was the Inferno gray Street Glide. Oh, holy shit. That was
that. I want to see that in the sunlight.
Oh my God.
With the flake and that gray.
Yeah.
I mean, I may change my mind as soon as I see that, but something about, I'm a big orange color guy, but that paint scheme is kind of similar to they had in 22, I think, or 23, whatever it was. I love that. I love that orange, black, and silver. And I'm not a big chrome guy anymore, but that looked really good on that. So
yeah, I just like that Inferno gray on that Street Glide with that red windshield and like the red, like the red highlights and that just the red flake inside the gray paint. That one had me. I mean, that thing was was out of this world. That paint was great.
They did really well on that. I think yeah, the colors are awesome. My biggest hot take or my biggest takeaway was is the colors on the CVOs killed it out of the park. Good for them.
Yep.
They they did it right. No panel paint.
Nope.
I mean, that was obviously a 1 year thing, and I'm not mad about it. I'm indifferent to panel paint. It's cool. I like it on on the right bike and the right setup. It looks good. Maybe that helps the value. Like oh only on this 1 year model year, but yeah, the colors looked awesome. I'll back up though. Well, what about you? Biggest takeaway besides the gray in the CVO? Any other big takeaways?
Yeah, I was super impressed to see them do a frame redesign on the trikes. And I was glad they highlighted that because I know that um the trike suspension for a long time, has always been kind of the Achilles heel of those Harley trikes. What from what I heard for the longest time was that if you were going to go to a trike, you just get a Goldwing trike and call it a day because they were a far superior trike model to the Harleys. Now they have that independent rear suspension with stabilizers. I mean, essentially from the tank back, the entire rear end of those trikes have been redone.
Mm-hmm.
And, for them to go through and show that the testing facility how they test all those suspensions on those trikes. That was besides that one bike, I was enthralled with that. I really was. That held my attention for sure. And I was glad to see that. I mean, I'm not in the market for a trike at this point in time in my life, but I was glad to see that they put some time and effort into some models that probably deserved a little love that haven't changed in a long time. I know they added the new body styles to them last year, and now they redid the frame. So essentially, that bike is brand new. These trikes now, and if you go with like a Street Glide, the Street Glide 3 Limited, you're going to
Mm-hmm.
have the best of everything on that trike. I mean, you're going to have a great paint job. You're going to have all the accoutrements you could want, a completely
Sure.
redesigned suspension. I mean, it's again, I'm not a trike guy, but I think they hit a home run with that segment.
And I think that in the limiteds, trikes, street glide, road glide, I love the integrated fog lights into the lowers. That looked really slick.
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry, you talking about trikes made me think of that, and I wanted to mention that before I forgot. I agree though with you. The suspension upgrades not only like completely redesigned it. Gonna imagine that's way more comfortable, especially if you're doubling the wheel travel. But also the ease of adjusting it. That preloader is much easier to get to. You're not removing the seat to do that. Um, I it kind of surprised me that it's taken them this long to do it, but I'm glad they're finally there. So,
Yep. And then the other one for me is, and I've mentioned it for a while, and I think it's a huge winner. Um, Pan America 1250 Limited. It
mm-hmm,
has all the shit on it, and
mm-hmm,
the bags and everything, and all the lights and all the things you want, and that thing's 26.5. Holy
yeah.
balls!
How much was this Pan Am CVO last year?
That's a good question. I don't
Because
know.
it had all the bags on it.
Yeah, yeah, and it had it had like a different color paint. This limited also has um that motor's blacked out.
Yes, I saw that.
So yeah, I really like this one with the black and the lime green on the limited.
Mm-hmm.
That one
And
has my
what's
attention.
the price did you say was on it?
26.5.
I mean, I'm looking at two CVO Pan Ams right now. I don't know if these are current listings, but they're listed at 29 grand.
Right.
So, um, yeah, that may be the deal of the day right there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, like you said, it's got everything.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, if you wanted to go out and get an adventure touring bike that has everything you're ever going to need, there it is right there, 26.5. I mean, holy balls.
Yeah, I mean that's cheaper than lowrider ST.
Yeah. Yeah. And from my understanding, I mean, a lot faster.
Yeah.
That I mean, from my understanding, that Pan America is um you know well, they have some different prices on here. The lowrider ST now looks like it's 23.9.
Okay.
So it's a little bit, the lowrider ST is a little bit less, right? But the Pan America's got the top case. I mean, it's you
hmm
know, it's a lot.
And I know that's apples to oranges. I was just thinking
Yeah,
like, you know, in the price point range.
yeah,
Um yeah, I that my note here, Pan Am 1250 limited badass. It
yeah,
really is. It's just solid. Um mentioned the fog lights on the limiteds. Yeah, it was bounced back to the enthusiast Liberty edition. Um the Heritage looks like a Heritage, but the paint job on that's badass. The badge on the tank,
yeah. Right.
man, I'm gonna go test drive one and pry them off and put them on my Street Glide. Are you
Right.
kidding me? Um,
Those things are
I'm sure
nice.
that if you can get them, I doubt they'll sell them separate, but I'd buy them.
Oh
Hell, I
yeah,
might put them on the FXR if they're not too big. Um, but just the black and with the badging on the bags on a couple of them, the eagle.
on the
I
fenders and
mean,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
and on the fairing too, right? On
Well,
that
it was
Street
on the
Glide.
fairing on the Street Glide. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because it just like the electric glide from '76. Man, they did that right. Now listen,
The red, white,
there's
and blue
still
piping on the seats. I mean, it's pretty classy
there
looking.
there still may be some kind of limited edition mid-year.
Yeah.
You never know.
You
You
never
never
know.
know.
Yeah.
Maybe they just come out with 50 of them.
Yeah. Maybe.
You
Who
know what?
knows?
Like 50 bikes, dude. That thing would sell. Just like well, they only made 131 of the RRs. If you'd made
Mm-hmm.
50 of something really cool like this,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's going to be a bunch of people yelling America wanting to buy them. I bet. So
Yeah. No,
I
that's
don't
a
know.
that and I mean for what it is, if you wanted to get on a bike right now, just tomorrow, with very little being done to it and ride it across the United States, the Heritage is where you're at.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about the giant fairing. It's not heavy. It's a very nimble bike. It's got more power than you're ever going to need. You throw, you get a sissy bar on that thing and throw another bag for some extra clothes on there, and you have your little, you have your saddle bags already there. That
Or you can
windshield's going to,
always put a tour pack on it.
yeah, exactly.
It's a soft tail frame. You can
Yep.
put a tour pack on it.
The windshield's going to provide you with plenty of protection. That bike is, you know, for a soft tail touring model, it's about as perfect as it gets.
And what does that thing probably weigh? 650 pounds.
Yeah,
So
I mean it's super light. In ergonomics. I mean, it's got the floorboards. It needs so little. There's so much lighting on the front of that. You can it
I mean,
lights up the whole road.
every time I sit on my Heritage, I'm like, oh man, this thing's just so easy.
Yeah.
Especially coming from a bagger, it's so easy.
Mm-hmm.
And even compared to the FXR, it sits lower.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to throw around like the
Mm-hmm.
FXR. It's light.
Mm-hmm.
But forward controls, big floorboards. To your point, hop on that thing and go with
Yeah.
big old with really good sized bags on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So
I think I like what they did on both of the last announcements. It's weird. Like I came away from this one and I really wasn't mad at it. You know what I mean? I felt like they did a really good job. They had the right amount of insiders. Obviously, they had some influencers. Traveling Tall has been an influencer for many years now.
hmm
Um, I found it very that whole event to me was engaging, right? I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't mad at it. After I realized that the spirit or the sprint, I can't even remember what it,
Sprint.
sprint
Sprint.
wasn't going to be coming out.
Mhm.
I just took it in, and um yeah, I wasn't really disappointed. I thought that I really I did, besides the frame part of the trike, the other part that I really enjoyed was when they really kind of did a little bit of a deep dive into the paint process for the
Yeah.
CVOs.
I
I
mean,
mean,
you see them doing all that by hand, like,
yeah,
I mean, maybe I mean, I realize that, but to see it,
yeah.
it's completely different.
I
You
mean,
know,
they're
it's
buffing it, they're
just like,
taping it off, they're pinstriping it.
well, how much of that is done by hand? Now I get it. It's being painted by a machine, but it's still got to be taped off. It's being buffed. You
Yeah,
saw that lady
yeah,
with the hand buffer,
yep.
just going to town, and you know that. It's just like anything. Like, oh, I know it's really hard to build that. Then you see a video of someone actually building whatever it is. It's like, holy shit, that really is hard.
Hmm.
It's, I mean, yeah, it was pretty awesome. I also was, I will admit, looking at these CVO, especially the tricolor ones and all that, compared to mine, I'm like, oh yeah, one color, and they didn't have to do all that shit to mine. Man, I bet it was a lot easier on mine. I wish I had more colors on mine. Damn it!
Yeah,
But no, it was cool to see that. Anytime you can, kudos to Harley. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 tonight, they gave you a bigger peek behind the curtain.
yeah.
And, you don't often see that. You saw that. Now, they did that with a bunch of the influencers during Homecoming. So
Hmm.
if you watched whoever's videos, Thrashin', Cruzy, Blockhead, a lot of those folks, they all got a peek behind the curtain. I think even riding in those arcs, I think maybe he was in there too. But you got a peek behind the curtain with them, right? So they continue that on, and I think that's a big deal. I think that, so all that's been top secret for so long, just seeing little bits of it, I think it also, it does exactly what we're doing right now. It's like, oh, I wasn't mad at it. I really appreciate it. It's cool to see how
Hmm.
what all's involved. And I'm not saying that going to make everyone magically be okay with the prices of motorcycles.
That's
No
not
one
going to
ever
happen, but
is. No, everyone's going to bitch about that no matter what.
yeah.
So, even if prices went down, as we talked about after Chapter 1
Hmm.
release, um, but I think that's a big deal, and good on them. That's good PR.
Yeah, yeah. I was impressed. I felt that like I felt like they did a good job. Um, I felt like they. It's interesting to me, for a long time people were bitching that Harley wasn't innovating. They weren't doing enough. If you think about how much they have to retool every time they redesign, right? They
Hmm.
redesign the whole rear end of the trike. They put new bars on a CVO after redesigning the body last year. What'd you say? 5 new paint colors for the CVOs,
Yeah,
right?
they've only done 2 to 3 in the past.
Right, and they're all original. They're not recycling anything new. That Inferno Gray, it's an original color. Never seen it before, right?
You know what that's right. Nothing recycled from previous regular model year or CVO year or paint. I say they've only done like 2 colors, but I guess nowadays that's not true. When they last year they came out with CVO-ST, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got then I potentially you got 4 colors. You got 2 for the regular CVO and 2 for the CVO-ST. So really 4. So this year they went up to 5.
Mm-hmm.
And that's still more than they've ever had.
Yep.
So
Yep.
still, I mean, they killed it with all those colors. It looks great.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that one that was inspired by the BRL bike, they didn't just rip off the paint scheme from the RR, because that would have really pissed off some people that paid a whole lot of fucking money for a
Right.
motorcycle.
Yeah.
So it has that feel, but they showed other things, and you can tell it's nowhere like nothing like that. And obviously, you don't have all that carbon fiber stuff on it either, but it was a nice step down, so to say, in
Mm-hmm.
paint schemes, because obviously it's not a 120,000 motorcycle. So
Right. Well, okay, so we've spent the last 20 minutes kissing Harley's balls.
mhm.
Coming at it from I would say both of us from an enthusiast standpoint. Okay,
Mhm.
what were you not excited about? What was not a winner? What kind of were you like, whatever? What gave you that kind of feeling?
I don't honestly nothing. Nothing gave me the feeling. I mean, you know, there was. I mean, I would. There's nothing going on. Overall, just not tonight, but overall, just um, great new tech, new. But there wasn't anything like, oh my god, blew my pants off. You know, but I also wasn't expecting that. I just
Mm-hmm.
wasn't. I mean, after the last couple of years, they can't blow your damn pants off
No.
every year.
Nope.
Can't do it.
Right.
So, I wish that I will say, like, the video, although it was good, the presentation and the peek behind the curtain into Milwaukee and the paint part and all that was awesome. The sitting in the diner, Ben Christensen and those other guys, it was fucking cheesy as hell. Like, it was just like, come on, guys. Can you believe that? Well, what did you think of the new think of the 117 VVT blah 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 give me a blowjob in
Right.
motor? And it's like, dude, just say what did you think of the motor? Like,
Right.
yeah, there's a lot of word vomiting to get all the product's full name out there. That
Right.
I don't need that either. Um I wish that from a production standpoint, I wish they had like they did 2 or 3 years ago when they brought in more influencers for all of it. I wish they'd done more of that. Like if you've got 2 Lane Life guys or whoever, is it Ride to Food or Her Two Wheels? I can't remember. Like put have them on there. Let's
Mm-hmm.
let's let's hear from them. Like that's what I want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I know it'd still be fluff, but I'd rather hear it from them,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, I think the only thing for me I think that they missed the mark on, and this is going to sound weird, but they only had one woman on that whole event,
Mm.
and she only said like 5 words.
No, they had two.
Oh, maybe I must
So they
have.
had the lady that used to own a dealership,
Oh, that's right. Yep,
and
yep.
then the lady I don't. She was sitting with the gentleman who is.
Who was a
I'm so
chopper
used,
rider?
yeah,
Yeah.
chopper guy, and
Yep.
oh, this is so nice, and I love riding a trike.
Yep.
Come on, man, come on. You say you really love that trike, and you're used to riding a chopper. I don't think so.
Right.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that. But I appreciate you doing what the motor company needs you to do, and
Yeah, I feel like
whatever.
I feel like they might have, if I'm going to be critical, right there, that part I think they missed the mark.
Hmm.
I understand what they did in um getting a guy who wouldn't normally ride a trike to ride a trike and get him to believe in it, right?
Hmm.
I understand what they did there, but to me, they should have hit their demographic. That guy should have been an old
Yeah,
gray hair. You know what I mean? Is who really
yeah.
who it should have been. He should have been an old gray hair, somebody with a big beard, somebody that you'd expect to see riding a bike like that. To ride the trike and to speak on it, just because I think that would have been maybe more genuine, right? And
Yeah, that guy needed to be 65 years old
at
or
least,
or look,
or look 65.
in his
Yeah,
mid to late 60s,
yeah, yeah,
or early whatever. It needed to be something like that.
yeah.
I
Because what
agree.
what they did was they had a guy who had doesn't ride modern motorcycles, and then they put him on a three-wheeled bike, right? I mean, so if we're going to be critical, that was a huge miss. And like you said, the little diner scene, that was kind of a miss there too. I really like the part in the beginning with traveling tall,
Hmm.
again, and I think that goes back to the, like what you said, getting more influencers, just
Yeah,
because his commentary that he provided did not feel canned, right? It didn't feel like he was reading off a script, or
yeah.
that he was it just felt a lot more natural. Um but the other thing could be said, and this is maybe weird or not weird, but influencers are a lot more comfortable being in front of the camera than people give them credit for, because that's what they do. So
Sure.
he didn't seem unnatural at all. You know what I mean? So,
Well, I think regardless influence or not, they're gonna have a script you got to read.
oh,
That's simple. You're not get to use all your own words at all.
I wouldn't get to use any of my
So,
words.
oh, if I go there, it'd just be beep, but beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep, beep, beep. You know, it'd sound like fucking Morse code or something. But so I don't expect that. It's just I value, unless it's Brad Richards, the chief designer and the head of innovation at Harley. No offense to anyone else, but I want to hear from someone who is closer to my level than whoever the guy hosting was. He's head of PR. Cool. This is your job. You're supposed to be full of fluff. And I
Right.
get it. I get it. Listen, from a business standpoint, I get it. But
Yeah.
I'd rather, if I'm used to watching, man, put Jack out there, put the bogey biker out there, put, whoever.
Right.
That's people I'm used to watching, right?
Right.
So let me hear from them.
Yeah.
That's the only way. That's my thought process on it. It's, I'm going to be able to relate to that person more than I am,
Yeah.
except for Traveling Tall, than anyone else they had on there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I think there's a very real possibility we're going to continue to see things like that. I mean, I know that they bring them out. They always fly out all the influencers to ride the new bikes and put out videos on them, so that you can go find. You're probably going to be able, within the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to be able to find a video on all these new bikes, right? Because people are going to go out and they're going to ride them and they're going to make their videos, and you're going to be able to find your favorite influencer out there talking about these bikes, right? So that information is definitely going to get out there for sure. So yeah, I mean, there we are. Part 2 is in the books. That's what we have for 2026. I think Luke and I would both agree that we're going to see a mid-season release, potentially a new bike. I would love to see the Road King special, or the Road King come back with a new body redesign, and the Spirit, right, or Sprint, or whatever. I can't. What the fuck? Sprint.
Well, maybe that's it. Maybe that's their America 250 bike, is a new release of the Road King.
Yeah, maybe it is, right? I mean,
it's just a big fucking 2-wheeled American flag. That's
yeah,
all
I mean, maybe it is, right? I even went for the nostalgia, and I got the old school Harley Eagle on tonight, even to support this event. But no, I've
got no hair, so I'm basically a bald eagle anyway, just walking around.
You give us a little caw?
That's right, man. That's right.
Yeah. No, it's that's where we are. They did what they did. They showed us everyone's going to criticize it and say, great, they showed us a bunch of new paint, but I completely disagree with that assessment. I think they did a bang up job. So, like you said, they can't blow us out of the water. I think for what they did reveal this year, I think they did a bang up job.
So, real quick, paint. What are the 2 biggest bitching points people have made the last few years? You keep bringing back this gray, whatever they call it, the gray color that you see on every car ever made right now, and whatever. Oh, you brought it back. It was a CVO color. It's a regular color. Blah blah blah. Okay, they didn't. It's gone. It's completely gone. And then that the colors are just stagnant, and for so many years people are like, oh, it's just one color. We need to have color schemes and all that. Dude, last couple 2-3 years you've seen color schemes, and even more so this year. So quit your bitching.
Right. You can get every bike now in about 3 to 5 colors.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, pretty much every style of bike, and that's. Yeah, it's impressive, and some of the paints are really good now, so.
Yep. Well, here, I got a deal for everyone watching, listening, whatever, ignoring us at the moment. If you agree with us, then hop on Apple Podcasts app on your iPhone or iPad and subscribe and leave us a review. It would really help us out. If you disagree with us, I want you to get your iPhone or iPad out and go to the podcast app and leave us a review and also subscribe as well. Deal? Deal. Thanks.
Yeah, we would greatly appreciate it. The other thing I do want to say is thank you to everybody out there who's listening. Our launch of season 2 has been nothing short of spectacular. Luke and I have been really excited. This has been overwhelming and a great surprise to the beginning of the year and the first 2 episodes that have come out. We have some great content coming your way. We have another guest will be on Monday. We've got an oldie but a good guest coming back in a few weeks. And I shouldn't say coming back first time on, but you all that have listened to us before will know who it is. We have some exciting things happening, and we are really excited for it. Mama Tried is going to be right around the corner. I think Luke and I are he's got a Mama Tried sweatshirt on. I think Luke and I are going to try to do an in-person podcast recording. That one won't have any video. It will be just an audio recording for us for that one. And yeah, so really, really excited. Who knows? Maybe we record 2 podcasts and one of them will just be patron only. I mean, you never know what surprises might come your way.
You never know.
If you're gonna be at Mama Tried, get on Discord. Jump on Discord. We have a Mama Tried channel, I think, already on Discord. That's going to be the main source of communication where we will be doing periodic posts. Well, you know what I mean? Hey, we're eating here. Hey, we're going here. Hey, we're whatever. If you care or don't care, we will put that information on there so that everybody kind of knows. Everybody that we know of that has reached out to us has, purchased their Flat Track Friday tickets. We're going to be a great contingent of us kind of all sitting in the same locale. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, really looking forward to seeing everybody out there. It's going to be a good time.
And a quick shout out I'm looking forward to meeting as many people as we can at Mama Tried. It's going to be a lot of fun. So come find us. Come sit with us at Flat Track or have dinner with us. Let's grab a beer. We'll have all kinds of stickers to hand out and have some good times with that. Want to give a quick shout out to one of the guys in our Discord, Vinny, up in New Jersey. I was trying to find a part and had the part number, but it comes in a kit. And for some reason, Harley would not separate that one part from the kit. So and it's just a template. So this guy got out a piece of damn cardboard and traced it out for me and mailed it to me. What a guy.
He works at a dealer too, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah, he does. So thank you, Vinny. You went above and beyond. I got that today in the mail. I'm going to mail him out something, Moto State, something related now because he was nice enough to put his return address on there. So now I can send him something.
Go.
So,
there you go.
But thanks for going above and beyond. I've offered to pay him. He's ignored those messages. So I'll get him back somehow, but thank you, Vinny. That from the bottom of my heart, that does mean a lot.
What's your shirt size, bro? Post
shirt size? Or
post that baby in the Discord. If
get
not,
you a hat or something.
If not, we're going to send you a pack of Moto State condoms.
They're extra small. Anyway, well, guys, thanks for tuning in. This was a quick hitter midweek. Just wanted to get this one out for the Chapter 2 release. Appreciate you listening. Tune in. Tune in Monday. We're gonna have a guest on. Maybe a familiar face to some of y'all. But looking forward to that. That was a great episode we recorded the other night, and think you all will love it. So until then, have a great week, and we will see you all Monday.
Peace. We're out.